We first started out with our investigative committee in Germany on July 10th. I had absolutely no idea how pervasive this kind of corruption is. Over the last 3 decades or so, ever since they started with their Global Young Leaders program, they had infiltrated almost every aspect of our social life, including the judiciary. The judiciary, at least here in Germany, and in most of Europe, I'd say, is under their complete control. As a result, 2 or 3 weeks later, he was searched and seized. He, another colleague of his, plus the 3 experts, their cars, homes, and offices were searched. Their cell phones and computers were seized. Now, that did not do anything to have him cave in. But the message to the rest of the judiciary was, if you don't do what the government tells you to do, as we now know what the World Economic Forum tells you to do, then you're in trouble. When you have the complete picture, you will probably be able to understand that we cannot wait for the cavalry to come riding in and save us, because there is no cavalry. We cannot trust our leadership. In most cases, they have been installed by this World Economic Forum's Global Young Leaders program. We're going to have to do this ourselves. We're going to have to take responsibility for our own lives, in our regions, in our families, in our communities, set up a whole new system, because this one is totally corrupted.
Talking about a breakaway civilization.
Yes. I think that's the only way to go about it. This is not to say that we're going to fight that old system. It's just not worth the effort anymore, but it is collapsing. It is very obvious to us that it is collapsing. It's literally dying because its protagonists are dying. But we should and are setting up a parallel system of healthcare, judiciary, economics, and education. And sooner or later, some of the people who are still stuck in that old system will understand there's nothing we can do about the system's collapsing. So therefore, why not join the other group of people who are working for a much more humane society?
Do we think that they would allow a breakaway civilization?
I don't think they can do anything about it. There's too many of us. Have to keep in mind the other side, or those who are seemingly with the system, they will not survive this. Some will, but most will have serious health issues because of the so-called. So that system is literally, I hate to say this, but that's the way it is literally dying.
Are we saying that there is actually no way to stop that system and we just have to let it self-implode?
I suppose so, yes. Yes. In those places where the judiciary still functions, I know that even here in Germany, I'm in touch with some of the judges who don't want to play along, but they don't want to lose their job either. But they're helping us behind the scenes. So in some places where it makes sense to file similar complaints based on the evidence that you can see in this model proceeding, because these are real judge, this is a real judge, these are real experts, this is real lawyers and real witnesses. Based on this model proceeding and its results, they can do their own thing. I believe that they have lost control over the narrative. Of course, they have a plan B or a plan C, but I don't think that they expect the resistance to be that strong and to be strong enough to find out everything that's going on, to be able to expose everything that's going on. They want to destroy our small and medium-sized businesses so that we will all be dependent on their global corporations. no one will owe anyone anything anymore. In return for this debt holiday, they're going to give us their digital currency, which means that only if we behave, we're going to get the, I don't know, 1,000 euros or $1,000 a month. If we don't behave, we're not going to get it. You know, it's not Americans against Russian, it's not green against white, red against blue, against it's us against these few people who are behind this, the psychopaths. And once people understand this, there's not going to be any wars anymore. So that is what they want. They just want to create chaos, because only through chaos can they keep us from understanding what's really going on. And that's why you and I and all of the others in the alternative media have to do our best to expose them, to get the truth out. And then they won't be able to finish their job.